So the king's family did not go, did not travel to Baghdad. But it was a demand from the wife. Though he is a king, but he is like a slave in the house. The woman becomes the king then. So to fulfill her demand, he sent his ministers and architects to take and copy the same model in Baghdad, the tomb of Hussein radiallahu anh. And then he said, we will make it here in India. And the 10 days of Muharram we will celebrate exactly the way the Muslims, Shia Muslims, the way they celebrate in Baghdad. And that was the history. Remember, you will get this, it's very famous. Temurling, in Indian history, you will know his history. So this Temurling, he brought this model in India when India, Pakistan and Bangladesh was one. And India was known as subcontinent. At that time, so the Asians, because he was the king, he dominated this philosophy and people started practicing that. Matam. Now this is coming back to Matam. You know what is Matam? Hitting on the face, hitting on the chest, and I was told that even maybe day after tomorrow maybe they will have the Matam here on the street. Huh? On Sunday, yeah. So it's day after tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't make a mistake. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Now from where did this Matam come? If you want to know the definition of Matam, it's not from Quran, it's not from Hadith, it's not from any Islamic scholarly book, it is from Arabic English Lexicon Dictionary. The definition of Matam, exactly what you see the people are doing in the street. This author of this Arabic English lexicon, he didn't know what is the definition. So he copied the same and he wrote in his book. And that is found in part 1, Arabic English Lexicon Dictionary. It's very expensive. It's very expensive, very, very qualitative Arabic dictionary. You want any Arabic word, the whole language is translated into dictionary. So every Muslim, every Da'i must have this book who refers to English and Arabic together. This is Arabic English Lexicon Dictionary, part 1, page 14. There he gives the definition of Matam. And then he speaks about the history. But I'm not quoting from him because he's an Englishman. Let's go to وَشَهِدَ شَاهِدٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِهَا. In Surah Yusuf, Allah says, the witness has been witnessing from the same family against the ill intention of the woman. From the same family, her family member witnessed that she was an evil woman, not Yusuf alayhi salam. So وَشَهِدَ شَاهِدٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِهَا. I want to quote this history of Matam from Shia book. So remember the name of the Shia. His name is Ja'far Majlisi. Ja'far Majlisi. And his book is called Jila Uyun. Jila Uyun. And it is originally in Persian. You can get the translation in Urdu because alhamdulillah now it is everything is available. Plus these Shia people, they have translated all their materials into English. They have translated all their materials into English and they have also put on the website for free download. So it's easy, free. You can have you can change your Aqidah for free. You don't have to pay anything. He says, this Ja'far Majlisi, he says, the practice of Matam first started at the house of Yazid ibn Muawiyah. When the family of Hussein came to Kufa, to Damascus, to the palace of Yazid, after the martyrdom of Hussein in Kufa. Hind was the wife of Yazid. Why he is mentioning Yazid first? Because he used to hate Yazid. That's why he brought him in the first. So remember that. This book was actually written for the merits and virtues of Hussein and also the list of those enemies who were plotting to kill Hussein radiallahu anh. So in that book he says, excuse me, that this was practiced by Yazid when Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu was martyred and then his family came to his palace in Kufa. Kufa is a place in Baghdad, in Iraq. Kufa is a place in Iraq. and this was the place where Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, mashallah, was born, and he, mashallah, was brought up, and he was teaching Islam there. So this place, Kufa, and Arab says, Kufi la yufi. You cannot find any honest person in Kufa. You will never find any honest person in Kufa. So this was where the people, the family of Hussein came to Yazid's palace, and the wife of Yazid, Hind, the wife of Yazid started wailing, shouting and crying to show her condolence towards the wife of Hussein. Mentioning the hadith from Sahih Bukhari for your information, my brothers and the sisters who are listening to me. In Sahih Bukhari, it is mentioned, reported by Anas ibn Malik, that Hussein radiallahu anh, when his head was brought to him, to Yazid in his palace. Remember this. Understand that, alhamdulillah, I can describe you the whole scene in a beautiful way, like I can drag you to the media, but I don't want to do that. Just imagine that the plate was there, metal plate, and Hussein's head was there, and this is in Sahih Bukhari. That Anas ibn Malik was there in the palace of Yazid at that time when the head was brought to him. And Yazid was crying. Yazid was crying. So what you see, the 10 days of media today, they curse Yazid. And our book, our authentic book after the Quran is Sahih Bukhari. And it is mentioned in Sahih Bukhari that Yazid was crying, and Anas ibn Malik is saying, I heard Yazid saying that I didn't ask people to humiliate the head of the grandson of Rasulullah like this. Which is very clear that it was not his intention to kill Hussein radiallahu anhu. Who was the killer? Mukhtar ibn Ubaid. Who was the killer? Mukhtar bin Ubaid. Hussein radiallahu anhu, when he came to Kufa, and when he reached the Karbala, he found the situation was totally changed. He was told that you come and the Kufis are waiting for you to give you the pledge. And all of the Kufis are ready to accept you as Khalifa. So he left. Umar ibn al-Khattab, his son Abdullah, told him, Hussein, don't go. We don't trust Kufis. Abdullah bin Abbas told him, Hussein, don't go. We don't trust them. But he said, no, I want to see Yazid. I want to meet him. When he came, his brother was already killed, Aqil. Muslim was killed. When he came to Karbala, he told the people, Mukhtar bin Ubaid, he was the commander of the army at that time. Yeah, but he was the leader with them. He told them, give me, he put 3 options to them. He said, let me go back. If this is the situation and you have already given your place to Yazid, he's your Khalifa, that's fine. I don't want to, discuss anything about it. Let me go back. They didn't allow him. Second thing he said, we don't want to have war. This is our weapons. We are surrendering ourselves. They said, no, you have to fight. Third option, he said, okay, at least let me go and see Yazid. Let me speak to him. They didn't. And then they started killing the children of Hussein and his family first. Because when you see the children are being killed, who can take it? If some man is killed, okay, no problem. But they started killing the children. In front of them, they were chopping their heads. They were heartless, more heartless than the Israel that they are doing in Palestine. After that, when the family of family of Hussein came to Yazid's palace, at that time this scene is described, and Anas ibn Malik was there in the palace of Yazid, and he said that Yazid was crying, and Yazid said that I didn't mean this to happen to the grandson of Rasulullah.